Leave me alone!
Yo, what is good? This video is very late, as always, leaving the best for last. But yep, before I do start though, I do want to say thank you for 850 subs. I'm so close to 900, like I'm probably like 20 subs away, so I'd very much appreciate it if you subscribe. But yeah, without further ado, let me just get straight into the video. So first, I will talk about things they added which are not related to the actual obtainment. So they did add Ascensions, which increase your luck, money, gem. They also have cooldown reduction, which is pretty cool. And I will say, this is not even this is probably like lukewarm opinion, but this Ascension is way better than the Rogue Piece one. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Rogue Piece one is very much either too grindy or they're just tripping. Like, you're telling me 25 limitless frags for a single Ascension? I could probably get Gojo with that. But yeah, basically I'm also gonna be going over the best stuff I'm gonna be using for this like showcase. So the best melee build. First, of course, the Cataclysm trait. They also added 2 new traits, which are Infinity and Malevolent, with each giving, you can see the damage buffs right here. Malevolent is clearly better. You can mainly use these for the actual obtainments though. Also, I'm gonna be using the, I can't show it here, but yeah, I'm gonna be using the Oni race, which is the best race for actual like melee. And I'm gonna be using the Shadow Cloak accessory, even though I will say the new best accessory is the Divine Wheel, but I don't have that E5 yet, so I'm still gonna have to grind for those. Also, for my rune, I'm gonna be using the Destruction rune right here. And for my aura, I'm using Hellfire aura. I still, like, the dev still did not tell me what the damage buffs are, so I'm sorry I can't give you all that information. But yeah, that's basically everything I'm gonna be using. And let me just get straight into the showcase. So first, we're gonna start off with Gojo Showcase M1s. So 4.3 million without crit, and 12 million with crit. Moving on to the Z ability. I'm sorry if that's loud, bro. Like, I'm probably gonna lower it down in editing, but like, I have the game on 1 volume, and this is still very loud for me. But yeah, I don't remember the damage. Okay, 15 million. Probably, I don't think that was crit. Let me try that again. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that that isn't crit. So, the X ability. So this one is constant damage, which means I'm gonna crit multiple times while doing it. So 37 mil, that's definitely crit. I've used it before. It's like 25 mil to 27 mil. So this, like, it crit a lot, depending on how many times it crits when you hit. So yeah, moving on to the C ability. Hollow purple. So it does follow where your mouse is aiming, but it did deal, I think that was 37 mil. Let me use it again. Very short cooldowns. Alright, 37 mil. Pretty cool for like a short ability. Also, look at the cooldown. Very short cooldowns. For the V, I will have to stand here because it has very big range. Yeah, so 219 million. Very strong damage right here. And lastly, the domain expansion. I think if I stand here, it won't hit the other guys. So F ability, domain expansion. I can't do anything while this is going on. So yeah, in the last like 2 seconds, they allow me to actually like move. But yeah, 335 mil. That did crit a lot. Usually it does around 250. Not to say that that's not a lot of damage. Just like twice this like Sid's damage. But yeah. Now I'm gonna move on to, those are basically all Gojo's abilities. Now I'm gonna move on to Sukuna. So strongest in history. First, I'll start with the M1s. 21 mil, that's definitely crit. Let me see if I can get it to not crit. 7.5 million. Very, very strong M1s. Moving on to the Z ability. Alright, so 19.7 million. 15, so it depends on how many times it crits during the small slashes, but around like 15 to 20 mil. I will say M1s are, is it crazy to say that M1s are stronger than that actual ability? But yeah, now I'm gonna move on to the X ability. So 31 mil. Alright, so it crit a couple of times. Let me use it again. Damn, 35. Nah, it's not crit, it's just a very high damage. So overall, high damage output from the X. Z is practically useless. Now I'm gonna move on to the C ability. Oh my, you can already hold on. Let me look at the hitboxes on this. So show hitboxes. Okay, so now I will use the C ability again. Yo. Yeah, my next AFK guide. You better get strongest in history, dog. I'm not gonna lie. Let me remove hitboxes though. So yeah, let me remove that. Let me use the V ability now, which I've already seen in the sneaks. 94.8 million. That's without crit. I'm probably not gonna keep spamming it too much. Okay, so 263 million with crit. That is crazy damage. Alright, moving on to the F ability, which is domain expansion. I'll send like right here. I will say Sukuna's domain expansion takes a little long to actually activate. Like, look at how long that actually takes for it to actually start slashing. Alright, so 400, I think it did hit an NPC right here. Around, basically 400 mil though. Like, even if it hit another NPC, it'd still be like 400 million. Very, very strong damage. But yeah, that's basically all for the showcase. Now I'll move on to the Obtainment. Let's go. So for the Obtainment, you're gonna go to Shinjuku Island, which is located, it's the last one on the teleporter right here. And in Shinjuku Island, you will find two NPCs. The ones are located right here. These are the 6,000, level 6,000 NPCs. This is their quest. And the level not 9,000, 7,000 NPCs, which are located right here. And that's their quest NPC right there. So for the actual Sukuna and Gojo Obtainment, you're gonna have to come to this guy right here, and you're gonna have to summon the bosses with either Limitless Key or a Malevolent Key. Each key you can obtain from either NPC. So these ones right here give the Malevolent Key, and these ones right here give the Limitless Key. And also, if you go to Shibuya Island, like to kill the Gojo / Sukuna boss, Sukuna drops the Malevolent Key with a 47% chance, at least with the luck boost items, keep that in mind. And Gojo also drops the Limitless Key with a 47% chance. And basically, to summon harder difficulties, you're just gonna need one more key than the previous difficulty. So 2, 3, 4, basically Sukuna, same thing. And the bosses, I will say, for the Gojo boss is pretty cool. Sukuna boss is quite literally absurd. Like, the drop chances for extreme suck, and he has 2.5 billion health. Like, I did not kill any like extreme, but I killed him like once. And this one I'm gonna probably kill, but not on video. But yeah, as you can see, with a full damage build, the drop chances are 0.9% for Cursed Flesh, 2% for Divine Wheel, which is the accessory, Malevolent Soul is 3%, Vessel Ring is 8%, and Awakened Cursed Finger is 25%. So terrible drop chances. And also, the actual title is 1.5%. And keep in mind, he has 2.5 billion health, which is crazy. Like, the devs were genuinely tweaking when they made this, and they said look at the drop. Like, drop chances are what pisses me off. Like, if this was like 2%, this was like 4%. Like, if all of these were doubled, I'm not gonna lie. If I kill 2.5 billion health, they better start paying my taxes, gang. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I pay no taxes. But yeah, basically this is it for the Sukuna boss. That's all the items right there. And for the Gojo boss, I'll probably spawn like a normal one right here. So he spawns in the opposite area, which is right here. And his drops are Reversal Pulse 15%, 6 Eye 6%, Blue Singularity for 2%, Gojo Haori 1.25%, and Infinity Essence with a 0.65%. I am wearing, this is just the cosmetic, just the visual. I'm using Sidscape as I said before. So this is, I'm just using it visually because it looks very cool. But yeah, basically that is all for all the actual bosses. For the Obtainment, you're gonna have to go to, this is for Sukuna of course. You're gonna have to go to this guy right here. And he's gonna require you to have some outrageous amounts of items. So first you're gonna need to eat Awakened Cursed Fingers, you're gonna need to eat 20. You're gonna need to have the Disgraced One title, which let me tell you a little secret. The pity is 125. So if you kill normal Sukuna bosses, I'm talking like using one key, like normal Sukuna bosses, by the time you get pity, you're gonna have all the items. So or you can just do like the pity method where you kill Saber, and then when you're at 24 pity, you just kill him. That's all. That also works. I used both methods and they both work. But it depends on your luck, really. Also, you're gonna need 7 Vessel Rings and 3 Malevolent Souls and 1 Cursed Flesh. So pretty simple stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Moving on to the actual, I forgot about the Awakening. So for the Awakening, you're gonna need to, like, Sukuna's right there. And the building right next to him right here, you're gonna find the other Sukuna NPC. Which is, I already have the Domain Shard. But basically, he's gonna need you to have, yeah, I already have Sukuna's Mastery, but the items he's gonna need you to have are two Infinity Cores. Yeah, I still have so 2 Infinity Essences, which are these. They are the rarest drop from the Gojo. Where is he? The Gojo boss right there. So yeah, this grind is horrible because of that, really. And once you have that, and you're also gonna need the Malevolent trait. So the Malevolent trait is a new trait they added. I think I already showed it in the beginning of the video, but I could be tweaking. So yeah, they added it. You're basically gonna spin for it. It is a mythical trait. And now you're and basically once you have those, you're just gonna talk to him, and not talk to him. You're gonna talk to this NPC right here. So this NPC, as you can see, 2 Infinity Essence, 6 Cursed Talismans, and you're also gonna need to have the Malevolent trait. I don't know if the Malevolent trait is required for him or the other guy, but you're gonna need to have it either way. So I'll just go obtain it. Once you get the Shrine Domain Shard from this guy right here, you're gonna speak to Sukuna, which is located right here. And yeah, you're basically gonna get your domain and also your 30% damage buff. For Gojo, let me head to the NPC. So Gojo's right here. You're gonna need to eat 6 eyes, and you're gonna also need to have the strongest sorcerer title with 9 reversal pulses, 3 blue singularities, and 1 infinity essence. All those drop from the boss, of course. For the actual awakening, you're gonna need to head to this NPC located right here, and this NPC is gonna require you to have 6 energy shards and 2 cursed flash. I'll go over the energy shards and cursed talismans in a bit. But basically, once you have these 2, Cursed Flash, of course, is the rarest drop from the Sukuna boss, which makes this even more outrageous. So yeah, basically, once you have that, and you're also going to need the Infinity trait, which I think I've already showed, but you're going to need to have that too. And once you talk to him, he's basically going to give you the Domain Shard, and then you're going to go to this guy right here. And once you speak to him, he's going to give you your Gojo Mastery, and also of course a 30% damage buff. So for the cursed talismans, which are required for the Sukuna shard, and the energy shards, which are required for the Gojo shard, so the cursed talismans you can actually obtain from these guys right here. They're not really hard to get. Through a little bit of AFKing, I got 120. And for the energy shards, you're gonna need to AFK these guys right here, or just manually kill them, I don't care. But you can obtain them from here, and they're also not that rare. Let me actually find them. So yeah, so as you can see, I have a lot of them, so it's not really anything crazy. But yeah, that's basically all for the obtainment. Once you do all that, you're gonna actually like get this stuff. Now for auras. So auras are pretty cool cosmetics. If I have a screenshot of the sneak, I'll show it on screen. But yeah, I wanted to open this on video, and yeah, now I'm gonna do that. I already have the Hellflame one, which quite literally, first of all, it looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, but it sucks. So I'm gonna spin for another one. And I obtained the Ultra Aura. I have not seen, I don't know what aura is what, so let me equip this one visually. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna stick to the Hellflame, I'm not gonna lie, but let me actually like equip it to see what I get. It nerfs my health. Yo, no, hold on, let me actually try the damage out to actually see if it's worth using or not. So keep in mind, my Sukuna M1s were 7 point something mil, so let me, I'm using everything. My damage is nerfed. So you're telling me, hold on. Let me unequip it. 6.6 mil. Hold on. So you're telling me the Hellfire gives that much of a damage buff? Damn. All right. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is not even part of the script. I did not know that auras gave that much of a buff. So yeah, I guess I got very lucky getting a legendary on my first spin. But yeah, I guess go for auras. So to obtain the actual crates, you will have to go to Shinjuku Island. And me personally, I AFK'd these. The first time I got like this aura I have right now, I AFK'd these mobs using like Shadow's X ability, like this. For the second crate, which I just opened on video, I got it from the other mobs right there. I also used the same strat. I used what is it called? This guy's Z ability, Siz's Z ability. So yeah, that's basically all for the video. For my opinion on the actual like specs and obtainments, the specs themselves are both very, very cool. Like, this game never disappoints when it comes to visuals and actual mechanics. But for the actual obtainment, I will say it's just as bad. It's very, very close to Sid. And the only reason Sid was even worse is because they kept switching difficulties and it was so long. So this one, it depends on your luck, honestly. I got very unlucky, so I needed to hit pity on both saddles. So I killed this boss 125 times and I killed that boss 125 times. So yeah, it was on me. It was not on the game. But I will say, if you get unlucky, the grind is just as bad as Sid. But yeah, that's basically all for the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. My face is looking very scary right now. And if you have any further questions, you can ask them down below. Hopefully we hit 900 subs by the end of this week, question mark. But yeah, that's basically all, and I will see y'all later. Peace.